Ready? All right. Sound check, 1, 2. Sound check live from Tomball, Texas, north of Houston. Got a great ball game, great matchup tonight. Got the Canes against the SBA Bolts. We're at 14U Super Regional down here in Tomball. Teams are wrapping up their warm-ups. Elliot, let's go ahead and get some shots of the Bolts taking their warm-ups over there across the field. Not sure who the starters are going to be tonight. I think Coach sent me the lineup. Let me try to give that to you. Give me 10 seconds. It looks like for the home team, which will be the Bolts, number 47, Aiden Kay, will be leading off. Then Luke Esquivel. Let me give you the full name, guys. I'm sorry. I can do better than this. Give me 10 seconds to pull up the roster that I had, and that'll make things more convenient for both of us. Let's see. Maybe it's not going to be as easy as I thought. Still looking. Give me time. I think I have it on my phone here. Thanks for joining us on Tradio, live from Houston. Well, north of Houston, actually. If at any point you guys have an issue with the sound, leave me a message on the live stream comments, and we'll see if we can't get it corrected. Let's see. I must have gotten the rosters in an email. I did. Okay. So let me get this for you. Number 47 is Aiden Kearney, leading off, playing second base for the Bolts. Number 24, Luke Esquivel. He is batting second, playing first base. Number 28, which is Juju Martinez. He's doing the catching today. On the hill, number 27, Levi Leathers. No. Looks like maybe Isaiah Torres. So possibly different use of number. Number 42, Zach E. I must be looking at an older Zach Estrada. And he's the EH for today. Striker Pence playing third for the Bolts. Mr. Vasquez. Derek Vasquez is playing shortstop. Left fielder today is going to be Brody Constantine. And then our center fielder is going to be Tim Motley. Is that right? Did not memorize this. Trendon Motley. Excuse me. And then right field today, number 8, Mr. Simmons. Looks like Hudson Simmons. Yes, number 8, Hudson Simmons. We're moments from the first pitch. Looks like I have a lineup card also for the Canes, and it looks like 81 Nybarger playing third base. 66 Ferguson on the hill. Sislo playing catcher. He's number 88. Diaz is playing left field and batting cleanup for the Canes. Almaraz is playing shortstop. Center is playing right field. Swan playing first base. Irwin playing center field. Excuse me, I've got that backwards. Irwin is playing left field, and Diaz is playing center. I apologize. And McGuire is playing second base, batting in the 9-hole spot. We're going to do our best to keep the wind away from you, and we're going to do our best to actually bring you 2 camera angles. We got one set up live behind home plate to bring you a tight shot, and then we've got another camera angle to follow the action in the field. Hopefully I can keep up with the scoreboard at the same time, and we can keep you current. I know we got a scoreboard out in center field tonight. Elliot, how we doing on ambient sound? We okay? Perfect. Make sure you pick up the folks behind the plate, too, a little bit, because that's going to be a lot of cheering and clapping, I suppose. Bolts are the number 2 seed in bracket, and I believe right now they're playing the, didn't we say the number 31 seed, Elliot? 2 playing 31. We checked it on the vehicle. They're the number 2 seed playing 31. They are sporting a 31-0 record, ranked number 1 in the U.S. In perfect game standings. So, look forward to some pretty good baseball here. Batter squared to bunt. He takes first pitch low, ball 1. Fouled back. Looked like he was a little late on that pitch. Got a lefty here. Nybarger must bat left and throw right since he's playing third base. Third baseman for the Bolts takes a couple steps in after that last attempt to bunt. 2 strikes now on a swing and a miss. See, I don't know who's on the hill. Number 27 for the Bolts. And that's a nice pitch to keep down. Fouled off by Nybarger over to the left. Looks like Levi Leathers is on the hill. I guess I knew that. Or Ian Torres, actually. Got a 1-2 count, got a battle here. Oh, there's an off-speed pitch. It hit him. Going to put a runner on base here for the Canes in the top of the first. Pretty reasonable lead at first base by Nybarger. Pitcher for the Bolts checks him, goes to the plate. That's a great pitch, man. Hammered it right at the knees for a fastball strike. This is Ferguson, the pitcher for the Canes tonight, standing in the box. Oh, there's another strike right down Main Street. 2 strikes, and Canes coach walks over to his runner. This would be a good spot. You might be looking for an off-speed pitch here, so this might be a good spot to try and get a stolen base. Boy, there's a rip in the hole between third and short on an 0-2 pitch. I know 27 wants that pitch back. He got too much of the plate. Looked like he tried to go inside with it and was unable to get it by the batter. So now the Canes have runners on first and second here. Got something going here in the top of the first. Let's see how conservative they are. This, of course, at the high school where I met the coach of the Bolts, one of the coaches, I guess, one of the fathers. It would be an auto bunt situation here, top of the first with nobody out. Let's see how the Canes play it. And he is squaring. Throw behind, he got him. Yes, sir. Great play right there. Man, we had a great view from our shot out here. Elliot, I hope you were on that one. But I think that was a strike taken. And wipes out the guy at first. 1 out. At the plate is Sislo. That's one way to crush a big-time inning. Ball out. I mean, that was just a fantastic play by the catcher. The guy at first just wandered off. He wasn't looking for a back pick. Catcher came up and just drilled him. Ball down. Throwing a lot of pitches here in the first inning. Got to work from ahead. That's by the time you get up to the high school and college level, which most of these kids will be in, if not even upper than that. I guess they took the first pitch, so I was behind the count. Apologize for that. 2 runners on now with 1 out. And this is the number 5 hole hitter, Alvarez. Alvarez batting. He is also the shortstop. Sounds like he might be a pretty solid athlete. Takes a practice swing outside the box. A lot of cases your shortstop has the best arm on the team. You can go places if you can throw guys out from the hole at shortstop. But you can also go places if you can hit the ball in the 5 spot, which is what Alvarez is doing. Took the first pitch for a ball, I think. We're out here in right field on field 4, and that's going to come over here, be close. No play. Fouled down really late. And Torres has got a favorable count. He's back in the money with the 1-1 count. Need a ground ball to the infield so the Bolts can work a double play. 47. Aiden takes 2 steps over. Oh, there's a nice pitch right there. Laid it right in. Looked like he caught him off stride. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tough to tell the type of pitch from here, from where we're actually sitting. But hopefully Elliot's got us on that tight view that you can get a good shot. Fouled it back. Catcher squeezed it. That's Juju squeezing it for the 2nd out. And we're headed to 2-out situation. Runners on first and second. Not sure what the timeout is, but we got a timeout on the field. I guess we got some big leads on the runners on the bases. That would be the only thing I could actually figure out. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Beautiful Sunday night down here from Houston, Texas, Tomball. Got a little wind. Can you hear the wind in my mic, Elliot? Are we good? Pretty good? Okay, good. Can you hear me sound good? The meter's bouncing over there? Meters on the mic bouncing? Yes, 1, 2. I don't think we're in stereo, though, are we? Swing and foul one back. Tell you what, we'll figure out a better configuration tomorrow so that we can bring you stereo. Right now, you might be getting it out of I think maybe we might be able to do some panning to adjust that, Elliot. I'll work on that. Another strike. We've got an 0-2 pitch. Aiden dekes a little bit to second base. Big lead. That's strike 3 right there. Bam! Looking at it, punched him out. And the Bolts escape some damage. The Canes come out hot and hungry, but they leave 2 runners on. We're going to the bottom half. Your score: Canes 0, Bolts coming to bat in the bottom of the first. Elliot, test left, right. All right, here we go. Test left, right. No, that's just on me. Oh, right, there's a rip. It's going to be way over his head. It's going to be up against the right field wall. Aiden comes out. He's going to be at second base on the very first pitch. Man, he stroked the ball. Ladies and gentlemen. Aiden Kearney just coming out of the gates and pounding the ball. He's playing second base, listed on the roster as a third baseman, but tonight he's filling in at second. So now we have Luke Esquivel. I saw an image the other day where Luke is the number 2 prospect in the class of 2028, according to Perfect Game. That's a heck of a situation. Let me put the runner on second base. Luke takes first pitch strike. Stands in. Big lefty. Ball down. It's Ferguson on the hill for the Canes. Tall order to face this lineup. They're going to put the ball in play. There's no doubt about that. Boom. There's a ball that's hit deep by Luke, but it's going to be fielded by the outfielders if they get – oh, they dropped it. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. Oh, my gosh. Lack of concentration there. And I don't know. They look like it was just hitting a perfect spot. Very difficult. Got to have some good communication out there to make the play. And now this is where the Canes are going to have to buckle down, because when you're playing a good team, you give them 2 chances to get on the base. It's very difficult to keep positivity. But it is only the bottom of the first. Runners on first and third. That ball should have been caught. It'll go down as an error on the right fielder. And the runner advances from second to third on that error. And now the Bolts have, I believe this is Juju Martinez, catcher, coming up to bat. Julian Martinez. On my scorecard it says Juju, so I'm assuming that's his nickname in the dugout. Made a heck of a play in the top of the first. If you're just now joining us, Canes came out, had runners on first and second. Nobody out, top of the first. Squared the bunt. Batter pulled the bat back, and it was a right-handed batter, which left the right side of the plate open. And Juju caught the pitch, just came up and gunned a strike to first base, and they nailed a runner that had extended the lead a little too much. Esquivel at first. He's going to hold the bag. Curveball drops in for strike 1. Anyway, that was a spectacular play by Martinez in the top of the first. Esquivel gets another half step on his lead, and the ball's down this time. So I'm sure these guys are thinking they're not bunting. They're up there to hit the ball hard somewhere with a record of 31-0. I'm sure they bunt when they really need to, but they're going to pound the ball right here. Good eye from where we are. That could have gone either way, 50-50 pitch. I don't know what it looked like on the tight shot that Elliott's bringing to you. (3-1). I'm sure Martinez is looking one pitch, one spot, probably dead red. And if he gets that fastball, kind of a short porch in left field for these big guys out. Seems like it. Center field is reasonable. Boy, he punched it over to the left side. That got through between the third baseman and shortstop in the hole. And Juju's going to end up at second base on the throw that went through. A runner will score, and the Bolts have jumped out to the lead here on 2 hits and 1 error by the Canes. I believe the Canes had 1 hit top of first. Just off. It's Torres, the pitcher, standing in there now. Massive cut that time. Looks like the Canes are playing straight away, but they are. The left fielder is 2 steps from the warning track over and left. That's how short the porch is. And right field, they're deep as well. And center field, they're giving it up a little bit. Straight away on the infield, third baseman maybe a extra step off the line because Torres is a left-handed hitter. And he hits one. It's a fly ball over to left field. Left fielder comes in, makes play, and fires a good shot to home. Runners have to hold, and that'll be the first out in the inning. The weather is fantastic out here tonight. Got some clouds in the sky. A little breeze. It's probably about 69, 70 degrees right now. And we're getting to watch baseball. Oh, what a great pitch. Wow. Ferguson just has that open stance right here when he takes his signal. And he just laid that. That's a rip right there to the shortstop. Is he going to get it over there in time? He is. Zach does his job, though. Drives in another run for Bolts. Now they have 2 outs. Two outs with a runner on third. Is every guy left-handed on this Bolts team? Wow, there's another rip right up the middle. Striker Pence, right up the middle. Man. Drives in a run. And these canes continue to back up. They're all 2 steps from the porch back here. Strike 1 called. Another strike called. Plate discipline, though. That's why they give you 3 of them. You don't have to hit his pitch on the first 2. Now you got to hit a pitch if it's in the strike zone. And that's what he did. He ripped it, and the shortstop makes a play and comes up and fires to first base for the 3rd out of the inning. And the Bolts send 7 people to the plate. 3 of them cross it. We're going to go to the top of the 2nd. Your score, SBA Bolts 14U 3. Canes coming to bat. Back to you with live action from Field 4. Complex here in Tomball, where most of the perfect game events take place. And we are in the top of the 2nd. This is bracket play for the Southern Super Regional. Or, well, I guess just the Super Regional, NIT. I guess that stands for National Invitational Tournament. And your Bolts are the number 2 seed. I don't know what the heck that was, running up and down, but it was effective. Your Bolts are the number 2 seed, while the Canes are number 31 seed. And the Bolts play the defensive alignment a little different than the Canes. There's a called strike, good pitch at the letters. Probably a good pitch to take, actually, if I'm standing in the box. I mean, 2-0, you got to be looking at the pitch that you can either put foul or yank it for extra bases. And there's a nice rip. That's going to be a base hit to right field, I think. Yes, sir. So the Canes showing some life here after getting a couple guys on in the top of first, getting snuffed out by a great play by Julian Martinez from behind the plate. All right, runner at first here. Let's see how everybody plays it. Gonna have to get jackets after this game, I think. Swing and a miss, that's a foul ball back. If the Bolts win this game, they'll be playing another game here on this field. We have that game set up for tonight as well. It's just going to be a different event. You'll just have to go to a different spot. If you like, be sure to join the channel. Get you some of the baseball icons. We got a baseball icon with a heart on it. I love that one. I need to come up with an SBA icon to put out there, an emoji, I should say. 2 strikes on the batter. Oh, he dropped it in. That's strike 3 called. Not too many people complaining, but I'll tell you what, that was a money pitch right there. Canes still have a runner on first. Torres is pitching. Has been in control since that meeting that the coach had with him. Strike right there. Man, since that meeting that the coach had with him after that back pick, I think he I don't know exactly what was going down in his mind, but he's been nothing but net since then. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good pitch. Wow. He just went back and went after him. Oh, my gosh. Torres is getting more efficient. He's smoother with his motion. He's got more velo with every pitch. Maybe he was just a little tight in the top of first. Here in the top of second, he's looked dynamite. Did give up that hit, though, to number 8. He did a good job on an outside pitch, taking it where it was pitched. Oh, good pitch. Strike 3, man. Painted the knees. That's a front knee strike. The catcher caught it. In the back half of the zone, maybe below the knee, but there's a baseball on the field. I wonder if they got it. Got a called strike right here. I think this is Irwin, number 23, batting with center on first base. Or maybe this is McGuire, actually. Throw over to first. Yeah, I think this is McGuire, number 1. It's a great bunt right there. Not going to beat it out, though. Torres got off the hill, made the play, underhanded at first base. Good thought there. Number 1, trying to catch him on his heels. Didn't work this time. Maybe it'll work next. Hey, we're headed to the bottom of the second. Your 14U SBA Bolts have a 3-0 lead, and they're coming up to add some more. Takes inside for ball 1. Ferguson's been keeping the ball down, and he's doing what you would want him to do on the hill. There's a ball down the line. Knocked down by the third baseman. Fair ball. It's going to be a base hit this time for number 11, Brody C. And I think that is Constantine, Brody Constantine. Another lefty. Strike call. I don't think you need me to tell you the pitch. I'll focus on the outfield alignment. Third baseman's way off the bag. A bunt down the third baseline, might get a double out of it. He's so far off. Constantine's going to make it to second base and think about going to third. Trendon Motley here, number 88, batting for the Bolts. Nice cut right there. Good flat swing through the zone. Stayed through the zone quite a bit. This is a good cut. Behind the count though, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on second. Trendon's looking for something he can pull. Maybe if he even has to overswing on it to advance that runner. Got him. Good pitch that time by Ferguson. Had him a little bit off stride. Ball down. He's going to be at third base with a pass ball. It's like Hudson Simmons is the batter right here. And the Canes are going to play up here, electing to cut the runner. And with one out, we'll see how that strategy plays out. I don't know if you do that here. In the bottom of the second, outs seem to be more of a premium. There's a line drive right up the middle softly. Base hit this time by Simmons, who wins the battle, drives in a run. Top of the order, Aiden Kearney playing second base tonight. Normally listed as third baseman on the roster. Oh my gosh. He just drilled that right by the shortstop. A little bit of an uppercut, had some top spin on it. It hit and just went right on by him. Bolts. Runners on first and second. Got some action going down here in the bottom half. Canes realize it and they call timeout. The coach is heading to the mound. Elliot, give me a pan shot of as much of the park as you can. It's they got games going all over the place down here. I don't know if you've ever been down here to Tomball or not. I know you're going to be constrained by a couple of those cables, Elliot, so I get it. But we just want to let everybody know this is only 4 fields out of like 8. It's amazing down here. If you like baseball, then you've probably been down here before. You're watching the number 1 ranked team in the U.S. in 14U, according to Perfect Game. These guys are 31-0. The SBA Bolts, featuring among other players Luke Esquivel, the number 2 ranked prospect in the class of 2028. There's a ball down. They got 2 runners on here and threatening to do some serious damage. Already with a 4-0 lead here, and we're only in the bottom of the second. Good. Ferguson checks the guy at second, does a little inside move. May have caught him off guard a little bit, but the defenders were not there at the bag, so had a little bit of opportunity to get back. Up, caught in between. They're going to go to first, and he's going to be back safe. That's a good call. Umpire oversold it a little bit, in my opinion, but these guys are out here hustling, and they're dressed appropriately for the games, and so they look clean. They look like they're paying attention, and they're locked in, so I'm going to give them props. That's what you want from your umpires. Paying attention on every pitch, and the guy in the field definitely is doing that. That's good patience right there. 3-0. I don't know what the strategy is for this team. If they've got the green light on 3-0, I imagine some of them do. The outfield, once again, is really back, 2 steps from the warning track. And strike is taken, so there you go. There's your strategy. 3-0 automatic strike. That's how you win ball games. First baseman backs up pretty deep. He's on the cut. Second baseman back on the cut. Ferguson rocks. He goes inside move to second base. This time the shortstop was there. And the Bolt runner gets back on his stomach. Left fielder, if you can get a shot of the left fielder, he's playing pretty deep over there. There's a ball up. It's going to be a high sky. He's so deep, he's got a long way to go. That ball's going to be down. That ball's down. Wow. Unbelievable. Here's the reason that happened. He wasn't, well, actually they're going to call it foul, I guess. The reason nobody could get to that is a left fielder's ball, I think, but they have him playing super deep back there near the wall. If he's playing in the A position for left field out there, he probably has speed to come up and get that. And that's 2 strikes now, though. Got a full count. Runners were off and going, and it's ball 4. Wow. A lot of potential damage. I think that was Luke Esquivel that was batting right there. Here's a catcher, Martinez. A brilliant play in the top of the first to really put a hamper down on a rally that the Canes had started. He takes down ball 1. He should have the best understanding of the strike zone, obviously, working back there. He's had a couple innings behind the plate now, so he knows the. Oh, there's a rip. That's going to be deep. That's going to be deep. Let's see what happens. Center fielder caught it, I think. Wow. I think he caught it and he came up. That's a long sac fly for Juju Martinez. That's a heck of a play by the center fielder. I hope you got that on camera. Unbelievable. Nobody else advanced. Got 2 down now in the inning. Runners on first and second. Torres, the pitcher, is up. 2-7. Big lefty steps in there. Throws right, bats left. That seems to be the trend these days. I think it has to do with your dominant eye being your right eye. If you're a right-handed thrower, generally that's the case. And if you have a dominant right eye, you'll be able to have a better view of the pitching coming in than those that don't have a dominant right eye if you're standing on the left side. A little off stride that time. I don't think that ball's going to be in play. Yeah, it's a long foul off to the left side. Like we said, Torres has been on autopilot in terms of throwing strikes since that coach meeting came out with 1 out in the 2 outs, in the top of the first. He's just been throwing strikes, autopilot. There's a ball that's hit kind of golfed over to the left, and it's going to be well out of play. 2 strikes on Mr. Torres, 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is Zach Estrada. Esquivel's at first. Kearney's at second. There's another foul. I think I missed a run. I think it is 5-0. Ball stayed up. Uh-oh, we got problems here. Somebody missed a double steal. Esquivel's going to be at second base, safe. Kearney's going to be over to third. Man, that was actually worked out. Somebody missed the signal. Don't know who, but both guys advanced. Wow, even when it's a bad day, it's still a good day. I didn't see that one, Elliot. You see what he called it? He must not have called it strike 3 because it'd be out of the inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I got him that time. Man. Becky got him off stride, pulled his front shoulder out. Bolts had another run. We're going to the top of the 3rd. SBA Bolts, number 1 ranked team in the country, and 14U 5, and the Canes are 0. We're coming at you live from the Super Regional NIT down here at Perfect Game event in Tomball, Texas. All right, we're coming back at you live from Tomball, Texas, where your SBA Bolts, 14U, top-ranked team in the country, are trying to advance to the next round of the Super Regional NIT Perfect Game event. So they're the number 2 seed, and they are playing the number 31 seed in the tournament. Sounds like there 32 teams came down here. Number 1 would be playing 32, and number 2 would be playing 31 in a typical setup. So I'm guessing that's how they have it on opposite bracket sides. And there's a fake bunt again, fake bunt attempt. And that's top of the order. Nybarger, third baseman for the Canes. We are in the top of the 3rd. There's a strike. Looks like Torres, man, when they do that little fake bunt, he comes back and hammers the strike zone on the next pitch. He's got a real sneaky fastball, got a really fluid motion. Gets all of his weight driving to the plate and hammers off that front foot. This is just gamesmanship here, trying to get him off his game. Anything you could do to get on base, though, that's what Nybarger's got to be thinking. It's a good cut right there. Fouled one back. Of course, any one of these teams, you got to expect they got players that can get the bat on the ball, or they wouldn't be one of the 32 teams invited down here to this invitational event. And this is a super regional, which means they have 4 of these events around the country taking place, and then they'll I guess, take the Final Four to the winner of each region, maybe 1 and 2 from each region to a World Series event. That's strike 3. Torres is going to record a strikeout, and they sling the ball around like they're a high school team. Look really crisp. Probably on a tight pitch count leash. Coach is walking out here to talk to Torres, and that's what it is. They want to keep him under the pitch count number. So if he needed to, he could pitch in a few days, I guess. I can't remember all the rules. I mean, I used to understand how they work. Love it if somebody puts that in the comment, explains all the pitching rules at these events, because they all change, it seems like. Looks like Torres might be headed to left field. Elliot, give me a shot on who's going to left field over there, who just walked out there. You get a number on that guy? Is that Torres maybe going over to rest? Did you get a number on the left-hander? Excuse me, on the left fielder just walked out there? Number 2. Mike Pike, or M. Pike. Let me see what his Madden Pike. 42. Okay. Okay, so Zach Estrada was already on the lineup as the EH. So he's going in to play left field. Torres must be staying in to hit, I suppose. And then number 2, Mike Pike. Mike Pike. Or Madden Pike. I can't believe I said Mike. It's right here in front of me, Madden Pike. Coming in to pitch. Is that 2 on the hill, Elliot, or 3? I may have that wrong as well. Out here it looks like 2. Elliot, give me a shot, the pitcher. Give me a tight one on the pitcher so I can see what's the number, 2 or 3? On the pitcher. 2? Yeah, that's Madden Pike on the roster. That's a good outing by Torres. We appreciate you joining us tonight. This is our 6 p.m. game, and if the Bolts win, we'll be bringing you the 8 p.m. game as well, live from Tomball, Texas. This is a 2024 14U Super Regional NIT event by Perfect Game. These Bolts are 31-0, ranked number 1 on the Perfect Game standings. It's a new pitcher in the game now for the Bolts, Madden Pike. Ferguson, the pitcher on the other side, is in the box. That's going to be a tough play. Stace Ferry's got it. Looks like maybe they were crossed up on the pitch. Got 2 camera angles our camera guy set up for you tonight. One behind home plate, and we call that the money shot. And then the one where he has to work his tail off, which is follow the ball. Be sure to give me some feedback in the comments on whether he's been able to do that. What do you think, Elliot? Is that all right? Can I get the feedback from him? Don't turn the camera off. Yeah, don't turn the, what? Is something wrong on the image? Okay, there's a ball that's popped up in foul territory. And, yeah, that's Luke Esquivel tracking it down, making the play. Two gone now. Let's see, the board is saying that that it's 6-0 for the Bolts. Did not know that to be the case. Called strike one. Great pitch by Madden Pike. Give me a couple days, I'll learn all these names. Oh, what a beautiful pitch. Didn't get the call. 2-1. Wow, had to be close. Three balls and a strike now. Tell you what, the great cut right there by Ferguson. He was looking for a fastball, looking for one down. He got it. No, that's not Ferguson. That's Sislo. Oof. Guess he was able to get underneath that one. Number 4-hole hitter Diaz coming to the plate. Also plays center field. Made a heck of a play on a fly ball earlier. Tracked one down that was kind of in the gap to his right. Caught it in left center. Got up and fired a strike to home plate. And there's a ball that's nobody's. Yep, Esquivel's going to take it himself, and that'll be third out of the inning. We'll roll to the bottom half. I got to find out whether I've got the score wrong or not. I've got Bolts 5 and Canes 0. With the Bolts coming to bat. You're watching SBA Bolts Baseball live on Tradio. All right, bring me off mute. New pitcher on the hill for the Canes as well. Number 2 for the Canes, Diaz. So that's the center fielder coming in. Give me a shot, Elliot, of the center fielder. Let's see who's in center field for these guys. Give me a number. Number 1's in center field now, and that is McGuire. So he moved from second base. That means we have somebody else at second base. But we'll track all that down here in just a moment for you. Got a ball here on the Bolts batter. Another ball. There's a strike swinging. Looked like he had committed to the pitch and didn't necessarily get the one he was expecting. Jammed him. Inside fastball. Tried to get his hands around, wasn't able to. Boy, number 2 is doing okay with the mustard here. Diaz. That makes sense. Playing center field, he's probably got a good arm, right? So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Funny how that happens. Older kids, as they grow up, discover arms all over the place, especially with catchers. No telling how many catchers have become pitchers. Good look right there. Good plate discipline. Did I just miss a foul ball, Elliot? Check 1, 2. Yep. Strike called. Diaz steps off and checks him. Zach Estrada at first base. He takes off on the pitch. There's a throw down, and Zach is going to be out. That's a good call. And great throw by the catcher that time. Man. This is Pence at the plate. Striker Pence. He takes a big swing, and he hits one deep to left field. That's going to be off the wall. He's going to end up at least at second base. I think with such a short porch, that's probably where he's going to stay. Striker Pence with a rip over to left field, off the wall. Bolts have something happening here with a runner on second base. Beautiful left-handed swing. Kind of just came right down to the ball. No count on the batter. Another big lefty in there for the Bolts. Unlimited supply of lefty. Man, bringing the heat. It's impressive. Guess in one of these tournaments, you got a guy on the hill. I mean, in the dugout that can do something like that. You don't leave him hidden. Early break gets a balk. Great job that time by the runner out there, Pence. This is Derek Vasquez playing shortstop tonight. Gonna get a 2-0 pitch. Something you can drive, Derek. Left fielder's come in a bit. So is the center fielder. Right fielder's still kind of deep with a lot of respect out here. The wind is blowing in from right, though. Gonna be tough to drive anything out here to right field. I mean, it's coming in kind of brisk. Flag's not moving in center. Give me a shot of that flag in center field real quickly if you can. Yeah, but it's not moving. Got to get back to the pitch, though. All right, there's a walk. Now you can give me a shot of that one. It looks still, but where we're standing, there's a constant breeze from right field toward home plate, and we're off on the right field sideline. Probably about, I don't know how long these fields are. I forgot how long they are, but we're off here to the side, and the wind is constant. Trust me. Brody Constantine hitting now. Vasquez shortens up at first. First pitch looks like a take by everybody. I imagine he'll take off from first this time. Derek Vasquez, be my guess. I believe they can do the third to first pickoff in this league. That was runner from first holds. Ball bounces off the plate. Pence is going to score. And Vasquez will be at second base. It's 2-0 count. Put another one on the board for the Bolts. Now I have them with 6. Oh, he hit that hard. He hit it a ton. Second baseman made the play, though. And a heck of a play by the second baseman. Wow, way to hit one hard. Tough to pick it up in the night tonight, isn't it, Elliot? Vasquez advances on the play over to third base. Now there's a bunch of different ways for him to score. Oh, there's a bomb to center field. That is way deep. Center fielder tracked it down, though, as the wind picks up and holds up the ball. Wow. That's Trendon Motley giving that ball a ride, man. Great separation on the stride, and he just hammered it. Man, he takes a big old left-handed stride. The hands stay back, and he just torched it. The center fielder did an excellent job of tracking it down. Bolts had a run, though. Make it 6-0 here in the bottom of the third. We're rolling to the top of the fourth. We're only 1 hour into the game. Bolts 6, Canes 0. Okay, we're back for more Bolts Baseball Live. This 14U SBA Bolts Baseball Live coming at you on Tradio from Tomball, Texas. Hope some of you folks are following Grapevine Mustangs baseball, high school out of Grapevine, Texas, as they had a dominant weekend of play in a tournament in Midland where they went 5-0. I believe the Mustangs scored 47 runs and gave up 6 or something crazy like that. Playing incredible, dominant baseball. The reason I bring that up is one of the brothers to a player on this team, Lolly Esquivel Jr., is on that team and did a good job putting the barrel on the ball. Strike one for Madden Pike to the batter this weekend. We did some remote broadcasting from cell phones in the stands, and we were able to get some of the games on YouTube and give folks an opportunity to take a look. We do travel. If you've got a team or if you got an athletic event you'd like for us to be there, just shoot us an email, tradio@tradio.com. Mr. Esquivel asked us to come do this game. We were excited to get the opportunity. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Madden Pike records a K on the K meter. So if you join the channel, there's a nice little K icon that you can use. See if I can throw one up there, a K meter K, in the chat. There's my K meter emoji. Boom. Right there. There's a K meter for Madden Pike. Well, there's a rip. It's going to be 3 for a base hit. Nice job of hitting right there by center. That's 2 hits for him tonight, I believe. 1 to the right, 1 straight up the middle. Great job. At this level, anybody gets on base with a base hit, tip your hat. Pitching outstrips the hitting sometimes on these games. Looks like the Bolts have both. Kane's not going quietly, though. Only 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Got a run on first. Big secondary lead. Okay. I'm assuming these guys, since they need base runners, they're probably taking a strike. How are we looking on main camera shot down there, Elliot? Solid? All right, perfect. Still have good sound coming out of my mic? Perfect. There's a strike. Hammered it on 2-0. Why not? I mean, it's very difficult for part of the maturity cycle of a pitcher to know that it only takes 1 pitch to get an out. And then you have a 1 in 3 chance. Excuse me, 2 out of 3 chances in general to get people out, even if they square it up. Generalized rule of thumb, 1 out of 3 is going to drop. Pike throws it by him. And I guess that's strike 3. I'm sorry, I had the count wrong. Brings up another one. 2 Ks on the K meter. Can somebody add one for me in the chat? Madden Pike, get it done. Yes, sir. Now, we may have, I don't know what this discussion will be about. Maybe they're going to distribute some of the pitches. I think there's a time limit you got to wait depending on how many pitches you throw. I mean, who knows? Maybe Pike is going to come off the hill. Yep. That's a pitch count decision right there, folks. It's a tournament baseball pitching preservation action. Now, I don't know who's coming in. Elliot, can you give me a number? Who's coming to the hill to throw? Kind of tighten it up and see what you got. Okay. Number 1 coming to the hill. Brennan Mustard coming to throw the heat. I'm sorry. I know you guys are going to laugh, but no, I'm not going to say bringing the mustard. But Elliot, it's okay. Say that, isn't it, Elliot? Bringing the mustard, or just stick with bringing the heat. Brennan Mustard, right-handed pitcher. Bats right, throws right. 6'2", 195. Wow. That's also another thing about all these folks on the Bolts. They've been fed well. Boom. Wow. All right, we'll be back in just a moment after the warm-ups. Irwin will be up first for the Canes. Batting here against number 1, Brennan Mustard. Got a runner on base, and that's going to be an attempted bunt. Going to go foul. Not a bad idea. New pitcher comes in. Need base runners to keep the game going. Don't know where we are on the time limit. I think we probably started a little bit after the hour. And I don't know exactly what the time limit is here anyway. So anyway, 1 strike. Mustard starts with that kind of open stance and comes back to a closed position. Oh, look at that. He offered at it. Is that did he call it a strike or not? Can't tell. Can't tell what the umpire did. He's asking for the count from the guy in the field. I think it's 0-2. I mean, I thought he offered at it. Runner tried to take off from first base. Apparently he did not offer at it. Wow. Swung through that one, though. And the 1-2 pitch coming from Mr. Mustard on the hill. Instead, he gets the runner back to first base. He gave him that call. Yes, sir. That one stayed right there at the letters. Painted him out. And the Bolts will be coming down here in the bottom of the 4th, trying to extend the lead. They're up 6-0. You're watching SBA Bolts Baseball Live on Tradio. I believe this is Madden Pike in there, batting for himself. Takes first pitch high, ball. Takes a strike. Now, I got it as a 6-0 score. Generally down here in these tournaments, I think perfect game is 8 runs after, maybe 8 runs after 5 or 10 runs after 4. Good plate discipline there. Swings through one, got what he was looking for on 3-1. Wasn't able to drive it though, but he's not done yet. Madden Pike came in and did a great job on the hill. Wow, these guys have great view of the strike zone. I mean, it's unbelievable to me. And I can't tell in or out. I can only tell up or down from where I'm situated. Did you get a good view of that pitch, Elliot? On the tight shot? Not really? I'm talking about from the home plate shot. Pretty good lead at first base. Actually, Elliot, is that number 2 at first base? I don't think so. Maybe I have the wrong number. When he turns around, give me a number on the first base runner. Oh, there's a rip. That's out of the park, I think. Maybe not. Wind's holding it up. Center fielder makes a catch. It was a great job that time by Kearney. Keep his hands inside and turning on the ball. Aiden Kearney makes first out of the inning. And I was wrong. That's Simmons that was hitting last time. I apologize for that, Mr. Simmons. Hudson Simmons, I believe. Luke Esquivel batting. First baseman tonight. And he hits one. It's going to be fouled back into the camera gear. Right on top of the camera. Just kidding, Elliot. Really not sure that I understood the meeting between the 2 umpires there, but they had a reason or they wouldn't have done it. Good lead at first base by Simmons. He's out past the cut. Fouled back again by Esquivel. That's an 0-2 count on him. Waste pitch up high by the pitcher. It's a good job. That's also a number 2 pitching. Diaz, we talked about him. He's pitching for the Canes. Doing a pretty good job keeping these bolts off stride. Not real sure what happened. Okay. All right. Yeah, I knew it was a balk, but I wasn't real sure exactly what that call. I couldn't see it from here, but I guess he came set, and the umpire said he flipped his front shoulder open. Maybe you guys saw it on the money shot from behind the plate. Got a 2-2 count on Esquivel. A little in front of that. Good battle here between Luke Esquivel and Mr. Diaz from the Canes. 2-2 count. It's a base hit, left field. Good piece of hitting. Just got down low and kept the barrel in the zone. Drove it right over the shortstop. Nice base hit, Luke Esquivel. Outfield's still really deep in left field. No movement on the flag in center. The wind has actually died down a little bit. It's much more still of the night. Runner takes off from first. Fakes a throw. And gonna have a runner over at second and third for the Bolts. So the Canes are going to play up in this situation. I guess it's kind of late in the game, and the issue is runs. There's a fly ball that's deep to right field. Right fielder's got a beat on it. Catches it and comes up and fires to home plate. He makes a great throw, and the catcher misses the ball, and Esquivel rounds third, and it's going to be a sac fly and an error on the catcher. 2 runs are going to score. That's a very good throw by the right fielder. I incremented the hits because I believe I missed one earlier. That was a sac fly to the right fielder. Can't assume an out. So you give the batter a sac fly. And the ball was, in my opinion, a play that the catcher probably should have made. So you give the advance of Esquivel from from second to third on the fly ball, a tag up, and then you give him advance from third base to home plate on the misplay by the catcher. The ball got away from him. Or at least that's how I would score it in my book. There's a ball that's hit up the middle. I think it's going to be a base hit. It is through. So that's, who is that over here at first base? That's Madden Pike. That was the guy we were talking about earlier. That Pike went into that 4-hole spot, filling in for Torres on the pitching. Was taken out a little early because of pitch count considerations, I guess. So Pike with a very good lead at first base, way outside the cut. His left foot's on the cut, but he's holding the bag, just daring the guy to throw it down to first base. There's a grown man lead at first base. Man, good lead that time by number 2, Madden Pike. Fakes a break. Nobody does anything. Everybody's cool with it, I guess. He's just trying to measure everything up. Be a good spot for a delayed still, too. I mean, the infielders are playing back on the cut. And he might be able to beat him to the bag on a delayed still. They're kind of pinching down, backing up to throw from the catcher. But I guess that'd be a tough play. Green light right there on a 3-0 count. Zach Estrada. Man, had a good swing, too. I guess they're looking to maybe go yard and wrap this game up. 7:40. Don't know how much more we're going to be playing. Coach for the Canes comes out. I don't know if this is a double elimination or not. We're in bracket play. 32 teams. I guess it's probably not double elimination. These tournaments are so doggone challenging because you got to have pitching that lasts. If you really want to go deep, you got to have pitching that's going to last 5 games over 3 days, or 5 games over 2 days. After you've already had somebody eat innings in your pool games. So who knows? 2 runners on, though. First baseman's playing behind the runner at first base. And we have 2 outs, so that makes a lot of sense. Madden Pike down there at first. Zach Estrada's at second. Let me say that differently. Madden Pike at second. Zach Estrada at first. Called strike. And this is Pence, I believe. Hit one off the wall last time up. In left field. Just hammered it. Absolutely beat the baseball. Backspin and everything. Got any sound from that home plate camera? Not seeing any meters bounce on it. Swings through one. I'm not sure that's Pence. That could be Mustard hitting right here. I think he turned around. I saw number 1. This could be where Mustard came in the lineup. Yep, that was Mustard, number 1, taking a monster cut, and I guess he'll be headed back to the mound. We're going to roll over to the top of the 5th. Canes could be their last at bat. We might be getting deep on the time limit. Bolts are 8. Canes are 0. We'll be right back. This is SBA Bolts Baseball Live on Tradio. Coming back to you here from Field 4 here in Tomball, Texas, where the Bolts are trying to do the deal and close it down. I think this tournament rules in this tournament are 8 runs after 5, 10 after 4, 8 after 5. We'll have to wait and see, though, if they're able to hold the lead. The Bolts have an 8-0 lead over the Canes right now. Canes came out of the blocks hot. Runners on first and second with nobody out in the top of the first. Had a bunt attempt that was with a right-handed batter. And he pulled it back, and when he did, Julian Martinez, the catcher for the Bolts, looked like it may have been an outside pitch. He did a great job catching it and just gunned a strike to first base where they got the back pick on the runner that was a little bit too far off of first. And that was the first out of the inning, and that just kind of snuffed things up. So, and it was interesting as a ball comes onto the field here from one of the ones in the back. Foul ball. Looks like that came over here from field 3. Got a 1-2 count. Mr. Mustard on the hill. Hammering the strike zone in the previous inning. Bringing the heat. I think he has one job right here. Throw strikes. Wow, Captain Obvious. Okay. Ball put in play. God, got down the line pretty quickly, but not fast enough. Second baseman Kearney makes a play for the Bolts, and it's the first out in the inning. Good pitch. Brought it that time. Wow. Like we were saying, you can only go deep in these tournaments if you got deep pitching. Hitting will be there. Pitching is the differentiator. I'd say the alignment for the Bolts is in the A position, which is, the standard spot. There's another ground ball to Kearney. He puts his glove down, vacuums it up. Left-hander getting down the line pretty quickly. And Kearney just smothers the ball, throws it over to first base for the second out of the inning. And the Bolts doing the damage. Coach from the Canes heads down, and Bolts coach goes out to talk to the pitcher. What a crisp and clear image. That's the first time I've seen the image from our camera out here. Man, hope you guys are enjoying that. By the way, Elliot, top of the inning is indicated by the square around the score. Can you see the little bitty square around the score? That means that team's batting the top half. They're going to make a pitching change. Number 13 is going to head in there. Isaiah Torres, the starter. Then we had Madden Pike come in for a little bit. We have Brendan Mustard. And now we've got, I think, number 13 in there. Let's see what his name is. May not be the greatest lighting in the world, but I'm going to tell you what, Matisse Tyree. Let's make sure that that's correct with all my info. Yep, I think that's right. Looks like Tyree. And Isaiah Torres started the game. And like I said, we rolled on to, I believe, Madden Pike. And then we went to Brennan Mustard. And now we're to number 13, Matisse Tyree. I'm not sure I have their correct roster for this tournament, but hope you're enjoying the presentation. Got some really good camera angle work going on there for you. Strike called. It's number 32, Robertson, getting a pinch hit spot for the Canes. Tyree misses up high. Ball 1. One job, and he's doing it. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Number 13 came in to do one thing. Looks like he's headed down that path. Strike 3, called. I think that's going to be the ball game. We'll see what happens. See players coming out of the dugout, and that will be it, folks. We are within the run limits on the game. Let's make sure. Let's get them shaking hands, Elliot. Yep. Teams meet at home plate for a handshake. And we're going to roll on and get ready for the next game. Join us for the next game here as the Bolts advance to the next round. Got to find out who they're taking on. But the final here in game 1 at 6 p.m. SBA Bolts 8, Canes West 0, and we're headed to the 8 o'clock game. We'll catch you in a moment. Fade to black for me, Elliot. FTB.